Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family beyond the binary, good evening and welcome to another Killshot Casting Esports Extravaganza. My name is Warren Jugglegod Hammond, and today I am joined on the mic once again by Celestial. How you doing today, buddy?
Doing absolutely great. Excited to watch Overwatch and cast Overwatch as always. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. I can't wait to see this second match that Insidious has up for them with this tournament, with these playoffs rather. They're going up against a team called Quieter Mode. So excited to see yeah, what happens here. They had a pretty easy going of it last week, but it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Yeah, definitely, especially as these playoffs ramp up. Insidious is definitely going to have their job and work cut out for them here. Definitely going to have to play their hearts out to make sure they stay in this tournament. And I'm definitely looking forward to see just how hard these two teams play.
Yeah, same here, same here. And we are going to be starting off tonight in Control Center of Lijiang Tower. So, excellent map for a brawl, but yeah, other things can work here as well.
Yeah, and it looks like Insidious is going to be going for more of that dive composition rather than the brawl with the Winston and the D.Va, making sure that they can get in and get out as quickly as possible. But Quieter Mode is opting for that more brawly type style as Insidious does rotate up into the high ground. We're going to see a lot of different positioning, making sure Insidious is giving themselves the space that they need to escape from the Quieter Mode brawl type composition here.
Yeah, and here we go. The engagement has started. Demon Breed drops down with that Winston, already getting almost 40% of their ult charge. Point ticks over for Insidious first. They were able to successfully push back Quieter Mode, but the first pick does come in for Quieter Mode as Hokage goes down. Demon Breed follows shortly thereafter, and what looked like a good initial start for Insidious has turned south, and now Quieter Mode firmly in control at this point, and they are eventually going to catch it.
Yeah, that Junkrat is doing an incredible amount of damage against Insidious here, picking up a lot of picks. I like Cakeman is definitely putting in the work, putting in a lot of damage. If Insidious is going to want to take this point back, they might have to take care of all that damage coming in. They also have that Symmetra on that Avoid and Report, so there's a lot of damage on the side of Quieter Mode.
Yeah, there certainly is. They're going to have to play this very, very precise. Insidious is. And Shatter comes in, catches four members of Insidious, immediately destroyed by both the DPS of Quieter Mode. And right now, Quieter Mode looking like Louder Mode, if you ask me.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was just a great Shatter. Caught 3 or 4 members of Insidious, and they were able to just clean up. And they are really pushed up here, getting right in the faces of Insidious, not giving them any of that space that this dive composition really needs. But we are going to have a lot of ultimates, and Coalescence is going to go out from King.
Yeah, that Coalescence dealing healing and damage into both teams. And here is a grab now from Rafal. It catches most of the members of Insidious, but they're actually the ones on the aggressive side this time as Demon Breed pops this Primal Rage and they push to point now. And they're very quickly taking control of this.
Yeah, Insidious did what they needed. They took out the Junkrat very quickly and very early on in that fight. Raphael is definitely going to be missing that Graviton Surge going into these next couple of pushes, especially if the combination with the Tire from Cakeman there. But they still have 2 ultimates, so Quieter Mode can take this point back, and the Tire is going out right now.
Yes, let's see where it ends up. It's searching, it's looking, it's going towards the back line, and it finds Demon Breed and King. That is just... that is so terrible for the side of Insidious. Hokage is able to get a pick, as is Edax, but Hokage is taken down. At this point, I think it's Insidious just trying to stall out this point as much as they can and pick up as much capture percentage as possible as Dream Psychotic is demeched and is eventually going to go down. But Demon Breed is back, as is King on the Moira, so they are going to try and contest this. If for nothing else, at least time Hokage back as well now, but is immediately taken out by Rafal. Demon Breed and King doing an excellent job of stalling this out, and now Short Stacked is back as well. So Insidious just doing a fantastic job stalling this out. They eventually get it to 75% before they do give it over back to Quieter Mode.
Yeah, you said it. Insidious is just trying to get as much of that capture percentage as possible. Quieter Mode not giving them a lot of space to work with, so definitely trying to get as much as possible is definitely what they need. Edax is still in the back line here, trying to make something work, and there's just a lot of space and a lot of ultimates coming up for quieter mode here. Insidious is definitely going to have their work cut out for them, but they do have that beat to try and minimize as much damage coming in as possible.
Yeah, they certainly do. The CMP could be big. It catches 5 members. Let's see. One goes down. Rafal is out of the fight, but Edax is taken out too. There's the beat from Short Stack to keep things alive for Insidious. There's the tire. It doesn't. It does catch Hokage in the backline, but the point has already flipped back to Insidious's favor. So at this point, this is all gravy for them. Demon Breed going bananas with that monkey in the backline now of quieter mode, and this is just an excellent recap from them. But the fortunes look like they're turning the way of quieter mode once again, as 3 picks come in very quickly, all on the back of that aggressive play from Reeves. And Reeves has this shatter too that they can layer in if they need it.
You know, that was very devastating, and it looks like Insidious is still trying to hold on to this point as best as they can, because they do not have much time before before quieter mode gets to that 100%, so they're trying to keep on to it for as long as possible, but the picks are just not coming in. Quieter mode continuing to take out Insidious here, and Insidious is going to have to do this very quickly and hopefully contest before quiet mode gets to that 100%.
It's all on Dream Psychotic. Can they make it in? They just barely do. Enough to proc that overtime. They use the self-destruct to try and remech as well, but they're picked off before it happens. Hokage coming in with the Death Blossom, but it's just unable to find anything other than death for himself, and there's the shatter. Reeves smacking down Demon Breed right before he bowls into him, and that's gonna do it. Quieter mode goes up 1-0, but it was a tough fought round.
Yeah, definitely a close fought round. Both Insidious ended up at 99%. Hard fought, but Insidious just wasn't winning the fights where they needed. Most of the time, most of that percentage that they got was from just simply stalling out the point, and the fact that they just captured the point quickly and were able to stall it. If Insidious is going to want a chance to make sure they stay in this tournament here, stay and have a chance at Lijiang Tower, they're going to have to make sure they have a better presence on this point, keeping it for longer and winning these fights.
Yeah, very good point. And you know what? I think their chances look a little bit better with both of the other maps that are coming up for Lijiang Tower. Control Center, very, very brawl-centric and really favors that kind of play. The next 2 maps, both Gardens and, I forget the other name at the moment.
Market.
Both Market, thank you, Night Market, that's where we're at right now. Both so much better. And we see Demon Breed already coming in. Edax has a pick onto Strange Magic already, and despite this early rotation to point, from quieter mode, Insidious just ripping them apart at the seams.
Yeah, absolutely incredible job from Insidious doing these incredible switches. Definitely a complete change in composition, and definitely recognizing that the Pharah was going to go uncontested, but quieter mode is going to switch over to that McCree so that Edax can't roam as free as they have been, but they are already at 90% to that barrage, so that is going to be quite devastating if quieter mode does not catch that out.
Yeah, that's a good point. Raphael definitely has this work cut off from him. There's the barrage. It catches out Reeve. With the main tank down, that's going to make things so much harder for quieter mode. They popped the immortality field. It's quickly taken out though, and it looks like, yeah, I Like Cake Man gets caught out in the midst of Insidious. Demon Breed continuing to push forward and finds pick onto the McCree as well.
Yeah, definitely some incredible adaptation coming out from both teams. We saw a complete composition change on the side of Insidious, going from Control Center to Night Market. And then we have quieter mode doing a nice swap to the McCree, to the Reaper, to deal with the changes coming out from Insidious. But those changes may be costly, as Insidious does have a lot of ultimates now to work with, especially with these mines that may go out right now.
Oh, yeah, but look, it's the Pulse Bomb from Hokage that picks up 2. Excellent play there. And Demon Breed following right up with the slam. Just excellent coordination from Insidious on a very tough-to-run comp.
Yeah, they are winning these fights very quickly, and if we look on to the side of quieter mode, they are not gaining these ultimates as quickly as they need to be. Reeves is still at only 60% to that shatter, and Raphael is going to be swapping over to the Roadhog, completely minimizing all the ult charge that they have been possibly gaining this entire time. So the only ultimate that they have right now is that amplification matrix, and it's not a lot to go off of, especially when you look at what Insidious has.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things they have is a nano barrage. It catches when Demon Breed gets crispy with the minefield as well. And this point is just going very, very convincingly the way of Insidious. Just tanks left now on point for quieter mode. Res comes out as well from short stacked onto Demon Breed, and that's it. 100-0. Very convincing win on Night Market.
Yeah, that was Insidious definitely took that first round to adjust to what they were going to be seeing from quieter mode, took all that information, and then applied all of that knowledge into that composition. And with a commanding and dominant performance on Night Market, I'm very excited to see what they do going into Garden here. What all tied up 1-1, so it all comes down to this.
Yeah, and it looks like quieter mode gonna stick with what they had before. Oh no, maybe going over to a Sigma Hog. This might be a little bit better look for them. Brig as well. This is all over the place now for quieter mode. I'm not sure what I think about this anymore. What about you?
Yeah, to be completely honest, definitely a different composition. You don't really see Roadhog too often up in these compositions nowadays, but if it works, it works, and I want to see how quieter mode does make this work against this composition Insidious is running, because I'm not 100% sure it will. I mean, Edax is already raining damage up to 25% on that barrage. I mean, I don't know what they're going to be doing here.
Yeah, I feel like the Roadhog pick was to try and neutralize Demon Breed. But yeah, that by doing that, they're really leaving Edax free to roam in the sky. I guess it's a pick your poison kind of thing. And right now, that poison is Edax. Edax doing tremendous work on this Pharah. Gets one boot kill, a couple other direct hits with rockets. Edax, my gosh! You're popping off, my boy!
Absolutely, and they are already going to have the barrage for this next fight, and we've seen that they are getting great volume from that barrage, so they finally actually do swap over to a hit scan on the Ashe. It definitely looks like they are trying to get rid of Edax, and rightfully so, as Edax is going on a tear.
Yeah, it looks like Insidious just has quieter mode perplexed at this point. These composition swaps are really odd, I feel like, coming out from quieter mode. But you know what? Maybe it'll get the job done. Edax, though, getting the job done already, takes out Reeves on that main tank, and now quieter mode just forced to back away again, also because of these mines. Now they're getting picked apart from two different directions. They can't escape. There's nowhere for them to go other than back to spawn via death.
Yeah, they are just trapped in this room, and these staggers are just going to keep coming in, and Insidious played that incredibly well, attacking from both directions. Quieter mode just did not seem like they knew right from left, up from down. They definitely seemed to be a little bit confused with how Insidious was running this, but quieter mode is going to have a high noon and a rally coming up real soon, so they might be able to make a few plays with that. But on the side of Insidious, we do have 4 ultimates, and Barrage going to be quickly coming back online.
Yeah, and if that barrage gets nanoed as well, that could be even more deadly. Edax clearly carrying right now really hard. There's a Diva Bomb in from Dream Psychotic. It's able to catch out Reeves. That's a big pick first. Strange Magic goes down very quickly after that. There's the barrage once again from Edax. And just tremendous work from Insidious. Just so dominant on these last 2 points of lead John Tower.
Yeah, Edax actually got flashbanged out of the barrage last second, but it was a little bit too late as they already got the McCree out of the fight, and the damage was already done. I mean, absolutely incredible adaptability from Insidious, recognizing the Brawl composition coming out from quieter mode, and then just completely going on a tear with their completely revamped composition there.
Yeah, it was incredible to see the turnaround from that first map. You know, I feel like maybe that first map, they just made a compositional, maybe it wasn't the best comp choice, right? From Insidious,
Right.
The dive is really hard to get going on Control Center. But still, they were able to take it 100 to 99. But when you look at the difference, right, between that map and the next two, and how Insidious plays, it seems to me that there was maybe a compositional problem on that first one. And who knows, maybe if they'd run out on Brawl, they would have had more success. But regardless, they pull off the dub. They've got the win in the books, and that's what really matters at the end of the day.
Yep, that is exactly what matters. Lijiang Tower is going to go in favor of Insidious. Our next map that we are going to is our escort map of Havana. Havana has a lot of long sightlines, so I would not be surprised to maybe see a quick Widowmaker on the attack side, just to try to see if they could get any picks really quickly, and I would not be surprised to be seeing Ashe as more of a dominant pick coming into this.
Yeah, Ash and Widowmaker certainly gonna make their presence known, I think, at some point in Havana. It's just almost a guarantee that you're gonna see some sniper, maybe a Hanzo if nothing else. But
Yes.
another thing I think that we could see in this next match is the spawn hold from the
Mm.
defending side. It's very powerful on Havana.
Yeah, Havana is one of those maps where they have a very long straightaway at the beginning for that escort map. With a lot of the other ones, you have a quick corner. Route 66, you have a corner pretty quickly up there, and like the high ground, the place to defend for that is a little bit further back around that corner. So Havana is just one of those weird maps where that straightaway just completely changes the pace of any other escort map.
Yeah, it really does. I guess probably the next closest to this would be Junkertown, right? In terms
Yes.
of sightlines and open spaces, but there's nothing like this long straightaway that you see in Havana. There's really not. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes out on the defense here. And to defending first, I believe we do have. See here. Yep, I think it is Team Insidious. We'll know in just a second. I always forget which side goes to defense first. It's terrible. I should know this at this point. Um, and you know what? After this, I'm probably going to. So let's see here.
Looks like quieter mode is going to be on the defense.
Quieter mode on the defense. Quieter mode is on the defense first. Yeah, and that composition makes a lot more sense when you really look at it. Quieter mode looking like they're going to run out with a May Brawl. And this you can definitely spawn camp with. 100%.
Oh, yes. Yeah, no,
and in fact,
definitely.
they're creeping forward. It's unclear at the moment if they're gonna make it any further forward. It looks like they're just kind of holding up in Viola and Orsino. Never knew the name of this place right here, this little building, but that's what the sign out front says. And yeah, they are definitely going for the spawn camp. They have moved up right in front, right next to the door. Now they're gonna push in.
Yeah, and Insidious is going to be looking at that composition that we saw last time, except Edax is going to be on the Tracer and Hokage on that Ashe, as we predicted would happen. But I think Insidious is going to have to swap a few different things to deal with this spawn hold, because they are just getting a lot of damage, getting held into this little corner here, and that is not where you want to be, especially with the Brawl composition, as Edax and Hokage, both DPS going down, and they are back to spawn, even though they didn't really leave it too far.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You know, this composition, this Brawl composition, so good at holding right out of the spawn here. And it doesn't look like Insidious is going to make any changes either.
Huh. Very interesting. They did swap to Pharah on the with Edax. They're definitely a dominant force. Demon Breed already going to be taking out one, but Edax and Doctors and Dream Psychotic are going to be taken out. They do have the spawn advantage here against quieter mode, so they will be back a little bit quicker. But again, Insidious not getting very far.
No, they're really not. This is already a tremendous success for quieter mode. They have already burned off over a minute from this clock, and Insidious still trapped inside here.
Yeah,
just
not to mention,
too hard, I think, to push out with this comp.
Yep, there comes the Deadeye from Avoid and Report, and that's one catches Hokage out, and they still have 3 ultimates to work with, but EX is going to finally catch Crispy, and it looks like we're finally going to get this fight underway.
Yeah, the cart might start to move now that Crispy has been picked off, but they're going to have to follow it up with more picks, otherwise Crispy's going to get back. There's a beat from Strange Magic as well, so that's going to make it so much harder for Insidious to do anything, and they've been pushed back once again, despite the pick onto Crispy. And look at this, Crispy is just about to round the corner and rejoin the team.
Yeah, I mean, Insidious is just not getting the value from these picks as much as they'd like to. I mean, they are catching up and getting a barrage soon, so hopefully they can get that space that they need. Bob is going to go out, and Mines also, so maybe creating a lot of space here.
Yeah, and also a Nano Demon Breed as well. That shield of Reeves has been destroyed. Edax able to get the pick onto Reeves, and there we go. Finally, they have been able to crack. They have been able to put a crack in the wall of this dam. That was quieter mode holding them at spawn. And oh my gosh, look, still May stalling on cart. That's a minute and 20 now to try, and it's like you've just started, right? It's as if you've just started, and you've only got a minute and 20 seconds on the clock. This is a real tough place for Insidious.
And there are still a lot of good places for quieter mode to defend at this point. They still have 2 corners left to go, and this last straightaway when the spawn will start to favor them. So Insidious has a lot of work, and it looks like quieter mode is going to go up to the high ground here, and short stack is already going to get taken out by the Mei.
Yeah, short stack pick, but Edax is able to get Rafal with the barrage. Nothing else comes of that, though. Here comes the high noon from Avoidant Report. Shatter catches a couple, and Avoidant Report able to take advantage of that. But there's a couple more picks for Insidious, and since they do have the spawn advantage, this looks like it's going to go their way, but just barely.
Yeah, Edax has been on critical health for quite a very long time. Short stack going out quickly in that fight definitely put Edax in harm's way without their pocket, but Edax was able to survive, even get a couple of picks, and finally, Insidious is going to capture point A here and move into the factory.
Yeah, that was a tough ask for them. I am impressed that they were able to do it almost at all with that composition. Just so hard. I mean, I'm a huge Wrecking Ball fan, but yeah, I feel like at that point you just need the Reinhardt to help just push out a spawn. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that the tanks maybe aren't getting the value they are getting, but it looks like a lot of ultimates are being used on both sides here.
Yeah, and after the dust has started to settle, it looks like Insidious is coming up just a little bit better as both supports are out for quieter mode.
Yeah, I was gonna say before that fight broke out that the tanks are not getting the value that maybe they would like to, but that fight shut my mouth, and with the mines and everything, it definitely seems that once Insidious got into some sort of rhythm, these tanks are definitely putting in the work where they are giving themselves the space that they need away from this brawl composition, doing all the damage. Edax raining damage with that fire, putting them in their place, and Avoidant Report already going to get taken out.
Yeah, it looks like now that they've kind of cracked things, Insidious has the answer to this brawl composition now that they're out of spawn. Although I like Cake Man and Reeves both getting big picks right there. Strange Magic pops the beat again, is able to stop things for a moment, but Edax comes in again huge with the barrage. This guy can't be stopped. It's tremendous, the kind of far play that we've seen today out of him.
Yeah, someone needs to stop Edax. If quieter mode wants to do well and try to stop Insidious here, they need to take out Edax before they have any chance to be doing these types of plays that they are doing. And we're going to see Cake Man swap over to a Torbjorn, which is an interesting pick, and hopefully getting that auto-aim onto Edax. This could be the answer to all of their Edax problems.
Yeah, because that is certainly, they've got 99 problems and Edax does all of them right now. So they gotta figure something out for sure. Art already getting pushed up next to the tower here on the 3rd point of Havana. Anti-Nade comes in. I like Cake Man goes down very low. Demon Breed just a little bit late there to get the slam onto him. But Dream Psychotic able to find I Like Cake Man with the Diva Bomb. So that's a boon for them. And now they're just getting picked apart piece by piece once again by Insidious.
I don't know if Reeves meant to use that shatter or not, but it really didn't connect, and even if it did, the team was not there for it to really get its full value. And Edax trying to take out Cake Man before they can even really get out of spawn, but it looks like Cake Man is finally going to get those heals, and Insidious is doing a great job finally getting their rhythm here. Mine's going to go out to stop them from coming out of spawn here.
And look at Reeves, he got completely separated by these mines. He's immediately destroyed, and now there's barely anybody to try and stall things out on point. Just a lone Lucio, Strange Magic, but he's taken out, and now there's a D-Mech Diva to try and stop the bleeding. Crispy now leaping to and fro, but it's just not gonna do it. And despite a tremendous spawn hold on the side of quieter mode, Insidious is able to find a way to cap Havana.
You know, I want to think that entire time I was thinking kind of Insidious is really just showing us Li Zhang again. It took them a second to fully understand what was coming at them, give them a little bit of time to adapt what was going on. But then once they figured out, once they got their rhythm, there was no stopping them. We saw them on Li Zhang go 100 to 0 and 100 to 0 on map 2 and 3. And then after they finally got their rhythm here on Havana, we did not see them get stopped for very long.
No, just barely. I mean, just long enough really for quieter mode to get on the card and die. Was frankly as long as it took. And you know, you know what? This is interesting. Insidious rolling out with the same comp that they had on offense. So they're going with the defensive wrecking ball, that's tough. But you know what? I'm excited to see it work. If Demon Breed can pull it off, kudos to him.
Yeah, and quieter mode on the back end, after that like hold on from the spawn, they were just trying to get as many counter picks as they possibly could, not really meshing into a kind of composition there. They were just trying to counter what else Insidious was doing, and it just didn't seem to really mesh together well. So I'm really hoping to see that this new composition coming out from quieter mode does have that sort of synergy that they need to have if they want to be taking these wins.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a better look for them. They have decided to go over to the Pharah as well, but there is an answer for it in Hokage on that Ash. We'll have to see if that's going to be enough to neutralize I Like Cake Man in the sky. Heart already getting pushed up pretty far forward, and this is, thinking about it, this is, they've got 2 more minutes, right? Quieter mode does, at the same place compared to Insidious. But already Hokage going down to avoid a report, winning out the Ash duel right there. Is eventually able to take out Edax on the Echo as well, but the res does come in barely in time. Short Stack doing an excellent job there. Demon Breed goes in for an engagement, but quickly pays for it with his life. And this card just getting a lot of push right now from Quieter mode.
Yeah, quieter mode is definitely showing their new synergy. They have a great composition here, absolutely taking everything from all angles. They have the Pharah to take from the sky, the Ash to deal with Edax and the Echo. They have 2 shields, so that is just a lot for them to burn through. And frankly, I don't think Insidious has the damage to be dealing with that. And Edax is going to be taken out already on the recontest. Yeah,
and speaking of the damage, there goes all the damage now as Hokage is removed from the fight as well. I Like Cake Man is out, as is Raphael. Only time is gonna tell if that's gonna be enough to make things work. Oh, Rez comes in onto I Like Cake Man, avoiding Report, gets Demon Breed with the Bob. I Like Cake Man now has the barrage online, saying to Edax, I can pull this off too. And there's only high amount of meters left to go before they capture this point. The sleep onto I Like Cake Man, tremendous though. Work right there. Eva Bomb comes in from Dreams Encounter again. He's able to catch 2. And this is an unbelievable hold coming in from Insidious now. I didn't think they were going to be able to pull this off, but once again, with high amount of meters left before the capture happens, they hold.
Yeah, that Diva Bomb is such a powerful ultimate when placed correctly. I mean, taking out 2, taking out any 2 members from a team is deadly, and Hokage is going to take out Cake Man from the skies, but the res is going to come in.
Yeah, but it's quickly equalized once again by Demon Breed, taking out Raphael. They're down to 1 tank now. Here comes the Gravitic Flux. It catches a couple of members. Ooh, but it's not going to be enough, as, Insidious just too strong here. Oh, yeah, that was actually Echo's Gravitic Flux right there. I thought that was Raphael, but no wonder it didn't look like things went well for them.
Insidious did a great job. They also nanoed Demon Breed at the end of that fight. Demon Breed going in and absolutely taking out the rest of Quieter Mode's support system. So they had no healing towards the end of that fight. And it was already minus 60 seconds going into this. And, Quieter Mode is in a similar position to what Insidious was.
Yeah, they certainly are. Immortality Field out and down already. Bob thrown onto point is able to burn through Reeves. And now there's no more Supercharger either. But Avoid and Report and Strange Magic doing tremendous work right now. Able to equalize and get a few picks onto Insidious. And that's actually going to be all of them except for Demon Breed now running away with his little hamster tail tucked between his legs.
And I don't think they're going to have time for a recontest. No, we are going to be going into the factory on Quieter Mode's attack here. Insidious does have a few ultimates to work with going into this next fight. And, Quieter Mode actually doesn't have many ultimates. And all their ultimates are at the very low end. Mines are going to be coming out from Demon Breed there. And Strange Magic is going to go down already.
Yeah, Reeves quickly follows. And Raphael is caught between mines and a hard place right there, and eventually goes down as well. Edax eventually picked by Avoid and Report, but this has definitely gone the way of Insidious.
Yeah, definitely good for Insidious, but this is very close to the quieter mode spawn, and I don't know if Insidious has that type of composition to really have a strong hold on the spawn. I mean, quieter mode still has 2 shields, and that gives them good amount of coverage to just push up with as much as they need, and they just need to start building these ultimates if they really want to get a lot of push. And oh, here comes the Diva Bomb.
Oh, is it going to catch anything? It's able to catch a Void Report. The Immortality Field going down just before the bomb goes off. Edax is able to pick out I Like Cakes Man as well. And this is a good hold from Insidious.
Yeah, definitely incredible hold. Not using too many ults. They only needed to engage with that Diva Bomb. And Insidious looking very healthy in terms of ultimate economy right now. They still have 4 ultimates, a Valkyrie, which will help that sustain, especially when we have a lot of these new DPS and tank ultimates coming back online. So this is going to be more of a chaos type of fight with these all of these ultimates coming on. And Reeves is going to get slapped before they can even get into the fight.
Oh my gosh, is the minefield coming out right now? No, it isn't. Not yet. He's waiting until the time is ripe, until the moment is just right. And there we go. Drops the minefield now, splitting the tanks and Avoiding Report off from each other. But Rafal able to clear them pretty well with that experimental barrier. Valkyrie popped from Crispy as well. And now this is really looking as if it's turning back the way of quieter mode. They may be able to retake the card. Dream Psychotic gets demeched as well, and Demon Breed goes down to I Like Cake Man.
Yeah, Insidious definitely used a lot of ultimates there, but quieter mode did not. So quieter mode is looking a lot healthier going into the last few parts of this factory phase, and Dream Psychotic doing as much as they can to help get their team back and stall that payload. Oh, but a huge post bomb comes in from Edax, taking out both of the DPS on the side of quieter mode.
Yeah, that's going to make things so much harder. They are forced to pop the supercharger. Nade comes in as well, catches 3 members. I Like Cake goes down very, very low, but they're able to survive barely by the skin of their teeth. Dream Psychotic now and Demon Breed both trying to stall things out. I Like Cake Man has popped the Deadeye, but it is blocked by an expertly placed defense matrix from Dream Psychotic. Speaking of Dream Psychotic, they're coming up on the Diva Bomb. This is going to be useful for clearing the cart, as are these mines as well. The Gravitic Flux, though, is able to take out Demon Breed. Bob committed from Avoiding Report. They're doing everything they can to hold on for dear life, and they're doing a pretty damn good job of it, too. But Edax is there to take out Reeves. King goes down, though, for Insidious, and so it's only Short Stacks on the heel. And speaking of Short Stack, they left the game, and we've got a pause.
Yeah, Short Stack was actually seemed to be dealing with a lot of connection issues for most of that fight, and most of that fight was actually a 5v6, 5 on the side of Insidious. So Insidious was doing a great job doing their best to hold out while Short Stack was trying to get their connection a little bit better. So good on Insidious, but quieter mode looking pretty healthy going into this last fight, but they do not have any ultimates remaining. Neither side actually has any ultimates. Neither are even close to anything. So this is just going to be coming down to an all-out just mechanical battle right now.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting to watch. And it looks like are they? No, they're not quite back yet. Gonna hopefully Short Stack she'll be able to reconnect here. But I think this fight without Short Stack is going to be really tough for Insidious to win. I think that we might see quieter mode getting on the cusp of capturing this second point if they don't just capture it at the end of this fight. You know, the picks are still really in favor of quieter mode, I think, especially considering that now Short Stack essentially has gotten picked.
Yeah, and Short Stack actually, now that I remember, had a Valkyrie online. So they are losing all of the value that could have been coming from that Valkyrie when they hopefully reconnect soon. And so, yeah, Insidious is not going to be looking great going into this last fight. As you said, they don't have all of the picks in their favor right now.
Yeah, they really don't. Fortunately, we just heard that Short Stack has reconnected, so she's going to be able to join the game back. Hopefully, all of her connection issues have been sorted out. And yeah, we are going back into the game now. So, really happy to get this back online and curious to see how this is going to play out. But again, I think it's going to go the way of quieter.
Yeah, I agree. We
Ooh.
are in overtime, but I think quieter mode is going to be taking the W here as they already take out Dream Psychotic.
Yeah, Edax follows very quickly after that. Demon Breed now just running away, saving their lives for the next contest, which they may get here right at the end. Demon Breed certainly has time. Nano committed onto Demon Breed, and there he goes, slamming down onto the point to start this contest. Dream Psychotic follows shortly thereafter, and the rest of the members of Insidious slowly staggering back into point, but they are there now, and the fight is breaking out for real now on point. Dream Psychotic, though, demeched, so that's a boon for quieter mode. Raphael is forced to commit that kinetic grasp as well, so now they don't have those healings available to them, and their shield has gone down very low. Mine's on point, but the picks really going the way of quieter mode, and they are eventually— no! The C9! They weren't on point! The Tracer was able to pick some of them off, and the mines too zoned them away.
Oh.
What? Oh my gosh, I can't believe what I just saw happen. They were all there, but they weren't there.
They were all there, but not. That was... Yeah, you said it perfectly. I mean, quieter mode had the win condition there. They were ahead. I mean, the spawn advantage for Insidious was quite heavy. They just kept coming back and back. But quieter mode definitely had the advantage there. I mean, Insidious lost that Valkyrie, all that sustain that they possibly could have had. And that really was quieter mode's point for the taking there. They just forgot about the point for a second.
Yeah, unlucky. We do have to give credit though to Insidious, because those mines really zone people out, and at the last moment, Edax was able to get the pick onto the Reaper on point. And so I think it was just that the rest of the members of quieter mode were a little bit too far away to actually get to the point. So I don't know if we can call that a straight C9 right there. I think that was actually some strategic difference that happened there. So some actual gameplay difference, you know, not just forgetting that the point was there.
Yeah, no, I definitely have to agree, because there was a lot of fights going on in a lot of different places, and those mines separated each team member from each other. So it definitely seemed like on the side of quieter mode, everyone seemed to be a little bit more isolated. Incredible placement on the mines. And so, yeah, just quieter mode got a little bit too spread thin.
Yeah, they certainly did, and that was that was the nail in the coffin for Havana right there. But next up, we are going to be going to Hollywood. So another chance for quieter mode to try and take this series back. They are down 2-0 now to Insidious, so they've got a long road ahead of them if they want to stay in this tournament.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're going to have to see a full reverse sweep coming out from the side of quieter mode if they want to do this. Hollywood, a great map for the brawl composition. So if quieter mode wants to run back on that composition, they definitely could. But it definitely seems that Insidious has found the counter to their brawl composition, and swapping over to their new Orisa Sigma double shield composition, they definitely seem to be doing a little bit better compared to what their brawl was doing, because Insidious definitely seemed to kind of find the counter to it.
Yeah, they really did. And, you know, I think this is also just a realization and a recognition that all is meta now, right? Brawl isn't so much anymore. I mean, we're seeing it now, I think, trickle down from the Overwatch League. The only kind of trickle down that actually works. But we're seeing it here work now, because Wrecking Ball, the Demon Breed's Wrecking Ball has really been getting the job done over Reeves Reinhardt.
No, yeah, it definitely has. I mean, even though there isn't so much damage coming out necessarily from the tanks on the side of Insidious, they have the damage dealers to do that for them. And Edax on that Pharah and that Tracer absolutely raining damage into all of the heroes and players on the side of quieter mode. So, the tanks are doing their job, the damage is doing their job, and so are the supports. So Insidious definitely has a really good lineup and definitely has a good set of win conditions for the playoffs in this tournament.
Yeah, they certainly do. The synergy really is there for Insidious.
Yeah.
We are going to throw it to a quick break, though, while we wait for a couple of members of the teams to get ready again. But stick around, don't go anywhere. We will be right back. And we are back, everybody. We have started to load into Hollywood. The players are back in their seats. Water has been gotten. The bio breaks have been taken. So we are ready to see if this spells the end for quieter mode, or if they are going to go on to see another map.
Yeah, this is definitely do or die right now for quieter mode. Down 0-2 in the series, best to 3 in the series. So quieter mode is going to have to definitely try their best to take this W here, because if not, they're going to be out of this tournament.
Yeah, they will be. And I like the look that we're seeing from them come out for Hollywood right now. They are going to be rolling in with the double shield again, which I think is a really good idea. It's the strongest look that we've seen so far against Insidious's like incredible disruption.
Yeah, definitely have to agree. Their brawl composition just wasn't doing it for them anymore. I mean, they definitely got some good value in it at certain points, but then after a while, it just wasn't working. Insidious definitely found the counter to it, so definitely happy to see that they're back on this double shield composition, because it definitely seemed to be working a little bit better.
Yeah, it really does. And they've set up on the high ground now. I think it's a fantastic spot for them to start. Demon Breed rolls out to take a peek, see what they're running. Falls back to let everybody know. And, oh, this is interesting. Dream Psychotic coming out on the hog this time. Demon Breed goes for a very high flank. The boot comes in from Edax, and already it has disrupted his bunker composition. Dream Psychotic already getting a pick onto a Void and Report. And they are down half of their DPS right now. Crispy, actually, over onto the McCree now. They were, I believe, earlier the support. So, a little bit of a role swap here. I like Cake Man goes down on that Baptiste as well. And so, without those big heals, this fight is all but over and in favor of Insidious.
An absolutely incredible amount of damage is being rained down onto quieter mode right now. They have an Echo and a Far on the side of Insidious doing absolutely the works right now. The issue is for Insidious, they do have 2 hit scans that will be trying to take them out constantly. Great picks for quieter mode going on the Ashe and the McCree, who already almost has a Deadeye, so great on Crispy for doing that. But this is definitely going to be sort of the battle between the air and the hit scans right now.
Yes, it sure will be. Immortality Field now already popped as we see the minefields dropped in the air from Demon Breed. And now, Fighter Mode forced to back off and give up the high ground position that they initially had and back up to the saloon.
Yeah, they definitely had to fall back just a little bit, and it was Demon Breed going in to disrupt them just a little bit more, but not getting about. Barrage comes in, gets 2, but is stunned out of it, the rest of it, but the damage is already done.
Yeah, Demon Breed and the rest of Insidious just rolling through quieter mode as if they're almost not even there. I mean, look at this cart. It's already gotten practically to the end of second point here. Avoidant Report does get a pick onto Hokage, though, so this could be favors turning in the way of quieter mode, but not when I like Cake Man gets hooked and taken out of the fight by Dream Psychotic like that. Can they get the resurrection off? Here's the Gravitic Flux from Rafal. Doesn't get anybody, but once again, Edax is out of the fight.
Yeah, I think quieter mode is going to be taking this fight win right at the end of Streets phase. The complete steamroll from Insidious is coming to an end here on the back of a lot of ultimates being used here. But they still do have the Deadeye and the Amplification Matrix to try and keep this. But on the side of Insidious, they still have a lot of damage coming in from Hokage and Edax on the Echo and Far respectively. They also have the mines to cause a lot of disruption, which go out right now.
Ooh. Yeah, and already we see that Reeves has been completely separated from the rest of the team. The team falls back to join them very quickly, though, so excellent movement from them. But the damage is already done. Look at Edax. The amount of kills that this man is getting is just unbelievable. And that is going to be Streets phase over for Insidious.
Yeah, I mean, they are just doing an insane amount of damage here from Insidious. I don't know if quieter mode supports can really keep up with all of the damage that is getting up, especially with all the disruption. And more picks just keep coming in from Edax.
Yeah, they've pushed back to the spawn now. They're not content with just capping the point. They want to hold quieter mode as far back as they possibly can. And this is great because it just means that Insidious gets so much more card push.
Yeah, and Hokage taking out Reeves again, getting pick
Oh my
after pick, allowing these two on the card to keep going. The barrage goes out, gets Raffle, but they are finally going to get 3 picks onto Insidious. The res coming in on Raphael there. Hokage is going to get up to that duplication now, but finally going to be taken out, and Insidious is going to need a hard reset.
Yeah, they certainly are. At this point, you know, I keep saying that, you know, different things are hard to do on ball, but Demon Greed keeps showing me how easy it is for him. You know, because at this point, I would definitely be considering swapping over to Reinhardt, but King already has the pick onto a Void and Report. Immortality Field has to be committed from I Like Cakeman as well, because Strange Magic is out of the fight too. Hokage, taken out though from Raphael, but Demon Breed able to pick out I Like Cakeman, and Quieter Mode just getting pushed back again and again.
Yeah, it looks like Insidious is going to just roll this point right in, but nope, because they are finally going to get that recontest right in here, but it does not look like Insidious really is going to have a problem with it. They are taking out, getting all the picks. King is going to pop Transcendence as the Flux comes in, Barrage coming in, taking out 2, and Insidious is finally going to complete Hollywood with almost 3 minutes remaining.
That is a tremendous time bank for any map, especially a payload map. This is ridiculous. This is going to be so hard for Fighter Mode to try and break through. You know, and they've got to turn this around really quick and really hard. Otherwise, this is the end for them.
Yeah, Insidious really making Quieter Mode fight for their right to stay in this tournament right now. That was very impressive display from Insidious. The amount of damage that they were putting out was absolutely insane, and I just don't think that the supports on the side of Quieter Mode were able to necessarily handle it. And I know we still had a lot of shielding from both Reeves and Raphael there. You know, we had a Sigma and an Orisa, but yet the damage was still just getting around. That mobility from Hokage's Echo and Edax's Fire was able to get around those stationary shields and just completely rain down.
Yeah, that I just remember that first concussion rocket from Edax that just dispersed all of Fighter Mode from that high ground. That was you know, that really opened things up, and it didn't get closed again until third point, it seemed, or almost third point. So, yeah, you know, just the disruption that they have been able to muster has been tremendous. And I like Cakeman, though, is able to take Hokage out of the sky. They're going to try for a risky res, but they get booped out of the way, and Crispy's able to get sticky bombs onto Javi. So now this is a 4v6 to start things off right off the bat for Quieter Mode. And they are making a case for themselves staying in this tournament right now with such an aggressive push like this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look at the complete composition change on the side of Quieter Mode, and it is definitely working out for them. I don't think Insidious was necessarily expecting this complete change in composition for Quieter Mode, and it definitely looks like they are having such a dominant time here, taking point A with relative ease, and Edax is just going to be on the side, trying to get as much ultimate charge, but not really able to do anything. What an incredible push from Quieter Mode, but Insidious is going to be adapting and changing their composition almost to a sort of mirror matchup here. Reeves going to get taken out early, but they do have that respawn advantage.
Yeah, they certainly do. And Reeves still has that grappling claw without the nerf, so they'll be back in the fight pretty soon. No bitterness in my voice about that. The King able to take out I Like Cakeman on that Zenyatta. And they are able to get the res off, it looks like. So they're back in the fight. They're back up to a full 6. But they're going to have to try and dislodge Insidious from this high ground. And so far, they're able to keep control of it. Strange Magic pops the Valkyrie to try and give a little bit more damage and heals to his team. Demon Freak goes in, though, for the slam. Is immediately hooked by Raphael. But I Like Cakeman goes down, and that's unfortunate because they had the Transcendence. It really could have kept the rest of the members in this fight. The Void Report goes for a hero play, but is taken out of the fight. And here's, once again, Edax with the barrage onto Crispy, and that's going to do it. Insidious holds.
No, I was actually watching Crispy's perspective on that time, and they had a good jump on Edax. They probably would have taken Edax out really quickly on that Echo, but then Edax turned real fast, threw the barrage on them, and I even got a little bit scared from that. That was like, the reaction time from Edax was incredible, and the mines are going to go down from Reeves there.
Yeah, but Demon Breed was there to take out a lot of them with a slam. Raphael now on the high ground, though. The picks are going the way of quieter mode, though. Hokage does get a pick with that Deadeye onto Crispy, but it's not going to be enough. And this cart is going to get around the saloon.
Yeah, these two compositions, these two teams are very similar. The only difference is what's in the air, and that is Edax on that Pharah or Crispy on that Echo. The only real difference between the two compositions hero-wise. Ooh, and Demon Breed gets stunned out, but is going to escape and live to another day. Raphael gonna take out King, and Edax is also gonna go down.
Yeah, this is not going very well for Insidious. It looks like quieter mode has maybe figured something out here, as they are going to cap with a tremendous 4 minutes and 45 seconds in the time bank going into third point.
Yeah, quieter mode definitely showing their dominance on this. Oh, and Edax accidentally booping themselves the wrong way back into the line of fire for quieter mode. And that is going to put Insidious in not the best position going into this final point. So we're definitely going to have to see what they do here, because they have quite the large time bank to kick down.
Yeah, they certainly do. They've still got a full minute to equalize what Insidious had, and the cart doesn't have to go too terribly far. Edax taken out of the fight early by Crispy. Hokage equalizes though onto Raph, but Dream Psychotic comes in huge again with the Diva Bomb. Demon Breed finishes off a Void and Report. Crispy gets one exit kick onto Dream Psychotic, but King is there to finish everything off, and that's going to be another hold for Insidious. But they're looking weak now. They're looking vulnerable. They're looking mortal.
That, you said it. They are looking like they definitely could be taken out here. Mine's coming out already on the side of Reeves, but the barrage is also going to counter. Edax getting taken down from Raffle, and quieter mode is definitely having a good recontest here, and if they have anything to say about it, they want to stay in, but Hokage is going to take out Crispy, and Crispy's going to get rezzed right back up, though.
Yeah, Void and Report clears everybody away with that Deadeye. Reeves is able to win the hamster battle and take out Demon Breed and finish it off with a pick onto Hokage as well. And now they have just about equalized or bettered the time of Insidious. Crispy goes over to that Diva duplication, and now as they get back in, Demon Breed able to drop the mines onto point, so that's going to slow their roll just a little bit. Hokage opting over to Soldier now to try and get a little something different going. Maybe see if this can make a difference, but it doesn't look like it can. Quieter mode just dominant right now on this final point. They're going to push it right to the brink of victory. Demon Breed is there. Edax able to get a pick onto Reeves. I like Cakeman, though, doing tremendous work on that Zenyatta, and that's going to do it. 2 minutes in the time bank for quieter mode.
Yeah, these Zenyatas, I have to say, have been putting in a lot of damage themselves. I mean, talk about damage Zenyatta, DPS Zenyatta right now. I mean, that Discord orb really packs a punch. And when you get discorded, it is a terrible feeling when you just see your health drop to 0 that quickly. So great on quieter mode for really equalizing in that kind of mirror comp. And they're definitely showing they are a force to be reckoned with here.
Oh yeah, they certainly are. There's no question that they deserve, to be where they are and to be, in this tournament playoffs, especially after play like that. It takes a lot of mental fortitude to come back after, getting rolled pretty hard by a team, and to come back and almost equalize their time on a composition that really it doesn't seem like you've got quite as much experience on, but are doing really well with.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, Insidious definitely, they came out with this composition first before quieter mode did, and they definitely seem to be pretty dominant on it, but quieter mode is definitely answering that mirror pretty well. I mean, both teams, this composition is definitely working for both of them, and there really isn't much difference between them.
Yeah. I've got to take a moment and just say ball meta, yes, because this is what I like to see right here. Disruption, chaos abounds from each side, And Okage opts for the McCree this time. Not going to be quite so bold as they were last time. Maybe they'll get a longer hold, but not if I Like Cake Man has anything to say about it. Rez does come through though, and right before the slam comes in from Reeves, he gets hooked by Dream Psychotic and removed from the fight. Excellent play right there from them.
Yeah, definitely a clutch resurrection there. Incredible positioning on the side of Insidious to minimize as much of that disruption that was coming in. Quieter Mode gonna be taking a second to reset to make sure their team gets back, but Raphael is going to be taken out, and Avoidant Report also going to be picked off. The ball of Reeves on point, trying to cause a little bit of nonsense. Does have to get pushed back. I Like Pikmin now also getting taken out, and Insidious is doing a great job coming back from the early pick on Edax.
Yeah, they certainly have. They have completely restabilized.
And now we are going minus 60 seconds on the attack side for Quieter Mode. They're going to have to try to get something done here if they want to get any progress on this point. And it just looks like... Oh, and Valkyrie is going to be popped from Strange Master, trying to make a play here, trying to keep the sustain. Okage is going to pop.
Yeah, they get the high noon, but Raphael is taken out, hooked out of it at the last moment. So excellent play right there from them. Edax comes in with a barrage, is able to take out one. But the picks going the way of Quieter Mode. Demon Breed is able to get a pick onto Strange Magic, but they're quickly taken out of the fight as well. In Quieter Mode, they're going to get this first point captured. This could spell a lot of trouble for Insidious. They're looking a lot more vulnerable right now.
Yeah, Insidious, they're going to have to do a lot very quickly so that they make sure they don't get a lot of progress. Reeves going to slam down and not use the mines just yet. We are about to tick into overtime, so Quieter Mode has to be very careful and make sure someone is always on this payload.
Yeah, they certainly will. And now it looks like Insidious is biding their time until they can get this nano online. But in the meantime, a minefield comes in from Reeves. Javi uses the Valkyrie to get things going, but Avoidant Report finds Hokage. This could go either way. Avoidant Report taken out of the fight though now. Reeves getting a lot of work done though. Javi able to get the res onto Demon Breed though. They just need to get Quieter Mode off the cart. But Quieter Mode not letting them do that. They're staying very, very alive. And that is not the case right now for Insidious. Although Demon Breed does get a pick onto I Like Cake Man. Dream Psychotic goes down though, losing out that Roadhog duel. And Quieter Mode holds onto the cart and is going to continue to get progress. Yeah,
it definitely seems like Insidious' strategy was to just push them off the point, not try to just take out the entire team, just push them off the point, especially coming in with Dream Psychotic's whole hog, and then the ball from Demon Breed just trying to roll through there, but they did not want to budge at all.
No, they really didn't. And now Demon Breed engaging, and look at this! Edax able to get the pick onto Strange Magic. Copy comes in from Crispy this time onto the Wrecking Ball, but it's not going to be enough. Minefield on point now. Demon Breed able to take out Reeves though, and overtime is clicking down fast the moment anybody from Quiet Mode leaves cart, and that's going to do it. But they take the cart to a healthy distance in Street Space.
Yeah, I mean, Insidious has their work cut out for them right now. They are going to have to try and take this point as quickly as possible, and they have quite the distance to push. There is very little margin for error on the side of Insidious right now. I mean, yeah, 2 minutes, 22 seconds can definitely get the job done. I can see Insidious still taking the W here, but Quieter Mode was looking pretty strong right now.
Yeah, I would definitely be worried if I were Insidious right now, and I would be, thinking about how we're going to approach this now. And it looks like Quieter Mode is going again with the ball hog composition. So, yeah, they're sticking to this. They have found so much success on it and can't argue with it.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing that nice mirror composition again, but this time we're going to have both of them in the air again. Hokage on the Echo, Edax on the Pharah. So we're going to be seeing that air-to-land competition there. But Crispy is going to be remaining on that Echo to do some damage themselves. And, it really is just coming down to a mechanical battle here, and who could get their ultimates up first.
Yeah, that's certainly true, and with not too much time on the clock, Insidious can't afford to make any mistakes, really. Or if they make them, they have to regroup from them very quickly.
Yeah, and Edax we know can get their barrage up very quickly, but Edax already going down very low with the help of that Discord from Cake Man, and they're going to be looking to push in right now.
Yeah, it's interesting that fighter mode gave them so much space, but Crispy already gets a pick onto Edax. So that's looking good. Hokage equalizes though with a pick onto Strange Magic, and that's arguably a little bit better because they certainly are going to be missing those heals, I think, more than the DPS. Green Psychotic taken out by Crispy though, and Demon Breed looking dangerously low. This is a good hold for quiet mode.
Yeah, this is going very much the great way of quieter mode right now. Hokage doing some great damage, and Edax is going to swap over to the Tracer to take out Cake Man on the Zenyatta, but Strange Magic is going to res Cake Man right back into this fight, and you know, we are coming down to a minute 20 seconds left, already a minute gone, and not really halfway to all of our ultimates right now. King getting taken out already, and you know, Insidious is not looking great.
Look at this, quieter mode is coming alive right now. They have figured things out, and now Insidious really look like the ones on their back foot.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Insidious definitely has to try to switch something out. Dream Psychotic getting taken out again. And we are now minus 60 seconds, and it does not look like Insidious is going... Oh, here comes a High Noon from Avoid and Report already. Is that going to connect with anyone?
No, it doesn't, but Hokage able to take out Reef. So now fighter mode is down their main tank, and that is definitely the go button for the rest of Insidious as we see them push in. Edax able to get the stick onto Avoid and Report. I like Cake Man takes them down, but Hokage equalizes with Crispy. The res does come out though, but now Raphael is out of the fight, and what looked like it might have been a first point hold, and fighter mode getting to see another map is going the way of Insidious, and now they still... They're capping with almost the exact same amount of time on the clock, actually. This is kind of wild.
Insidious is just going to have to do a little bit better than quieter mode on this next push. They do have a lot of flanking characters. They have Echo, who's in the air all the time, Edax on that Tracer, who's not really meant to be on the cart and try to be that flanking character. So it's definitely going to be a little bit difficult to make sure everyone's on the cart all the time. So these tanks have to make sure they are alive and healthy. But we have a lot of sustained ultimates coming out with Hobby popping that Valk right now.
Yeah, and that's going to do some good. Hokage already takes the pick onto I Like Cake Man. The minefield disrupted that entire high ground position. But the res does come in, so everybody's back to a full 6. Take that back. Reeves is actually out of the fight, and that's not good for quieter mode because they had those minefields, and that is something that is great for stopping the cart, as we all saw on Havana.
Yeah, you know, but it looks like quieter mode is coming alive, coming right back, getting 3 picks, and they
nobody touches the cart.
Point, and we will be going to a map 4 on the back of quieter mode's win on Hollywood.
What incredible play from quieter mode! They really showed, like I said before, just some fortitude in coming back from such dominated, losses to Insidious on the first 2 maps. This is a good look for quieter mode, and Insidious definitely has to figure something out now.
Yeah, I definitely agree, but we are going to be going on to Volskaya Industries as our next map, a 2CP map, and we all know how 2CPs go. They are very, very annoying maps to play on. I love watching them, but terrible to play. And you know, these spawn advantages coming out from the second point can really cause a lot of problems for either team if they continue on these compositions, because they have the ability to get back on point just so quickly, especially with that ball Tracer. So many different mobility options for both teams.
Yeah, and you know what? It has earned the name Drawskaya for a reason. Both teams very capable, I think, of full holding each other on this point, at least on second point.
I agree, definitely. Yeah, but, even this first point can be really annoying, especially with that choke. And then there's just a lot of different points for that high ground to just kind of set up a sort of kill box around that around that point there. So definitely interested to see what kind of compositions we will be coming out on. I wouldn't be surprised to be seeing what we have been seeing previously, but very interested to see if we come out with some new things because of the dynamic environment of Volskaya.
Yeah, I think a double shield is actually a really good look here, and wouldn't be surprised at all to see. Um, oh, we already have a pause. Looks like we got a DC, a Demon Breed, the main tank for Insidious, out for the moment. But looking at what the quieter mode is running out on, they've opted for Ball Sig, which I think is actually another really good look for this map.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them back on Hollywood really show up and become dominant with this composition. So I'm not surprised that they do continue to see how they could get, no pun intended, the ball rolling with this composition. But on the side of Insidious, before we had that disconnect, it looked like Demon Breed was going to go on the Winston. So it looked like we were going back to that dive composition we saw in the very first point of
Right.
Li Zhang.
Yeah, we saw that on Control Center. He does have a good Winston, so this could make sense for them. But the sustain isn't going to be there that you normally get with Ball. And
Yeah.
the support line, I'm not really feeling at the moment either from Insidious. I don't know about King being on this Moira. Maybe this, maybe we're just getting baited. But I'd like to see an Ana there instead, because I don't know if Demon Breed comes back on that Winston, I don't know how he's going to survive.
Yeah, I was just thinking that Lucio Moira, very good combination previous metas, but in dive, with that Winston going in so deep and without those heals, it could be very dangerous for them to get back. Like you said, an Ana would definitely be a lot better, maybe with an anti-nade to hit them before to start that engagement, or that that grenade to heal them back up when they get back. So there's just a lot of, I don't know. I agree with you. The sport line's looking a little iffy right now.
Yeah, it'll be curious to see what happens when we get back into the game. Demon Breed has rejoined the lobby, and it looks like they are ready to jump back in. So we will be rejoining the match right about now. And yeah, gonna be curious to see. Yeah, Demon Breed does stick on this Winston. So, and I don't see King making any moves at the moment, but maybe they know more than I do. I guess part of this is there's a reason I'm in the casting booth and not the game. So
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And we did see this composition on the control center for Li Zhang against a brawl composition. It didn't go too well in terms of Insidious. They did do pretty well contesting, but they didn't win a single team fight with that dive composition. But we are going up against a completely different composition in quieter mode right now. So dive could work here.
Yeah, it certainly could. And you know what? I guess King is going to stay on the Moira, and maybe they're sticking to it because of the Coalescence. Coalescence is such a powerful ultimate.
Yeah, Coalescence can get so many different advantages going. You have so much healing and so much damage coming out. You could totally isolate so many different heroes from quieter mode. It definitely is such a powerful ultimate. And quieter mode and Insidious looks like they are going to be going through the side on the left here. Reeves almost getting taken out, but not really. They still had so much health and their shields back up. And the positioning is completely different on these two teams.
Yeah, quieter mode doing a great job of hiding away from Insidious, but Demon Breed still able to get the jump in. Javi goes down though to avoid a report. So this defense already looking to be going the way of quieter mode, as Dream Psychotic goes down very, very low as well, but Hokage gets the pick onto Reeves, so no more Wrecking Ball in the fight. That's the main tank down now for quieter mode. Can they handle this as Insidious is able to regroup and jump back in with the better spawn advantage? There goes Demon Breed once again. They drop down. They're actually taken out of the fight by Ilay Cakeman. Excellent work right there. Strange Magic falls off the side though for quieter mode. So Raphael picked off as well, and despite that pick onto the main tank Demon Breed, this is going very, very well for Insidious.
Yeah, that fall from Strange Magic definitely put quieter mode in quite not a great position. Insidious definitely saw that as an opportunity to go in. We saw as soon as they got the notification that Strange Magic fell off, they rushed right into the rest of quieter mode and just kind of ran through them there. You know, I don't know if the composition really is working so much on the side of Insidious just yet. I feel like we haven't seen enough of it. There's just been a lot of kind of play around, like, oh, I'm gonna pick you off, I'm gonna pick you off. We haven't really seen them in a full team fight yet. So going into this 2CP, the second point, we're definitely going to be seeing that team fight going on right now.
Yeah, we certainly are. Edex has this EMP ready to go. There's the Coalescence, and the EMP catches 4. I Like Cakeman goes down immediately, avoiding report, able to get the Deadeye online. They're not able to get any value, though, but Hokage is certainly finding value, taking out 3. 4 picks onto Quieter mode. And now they get the Death Blossom online as well, clearing the point. Insidious already has 1 pick. Crispy going down before they get a chance to recontest. And this lone Zenyatta able to pop Transcendence to keep things alive. Here come the mines, though, from Reeve as well. And it looks like they might have a chance to stall this out. The Diva Bomb is going to clear those mines, though, and the rest of Quieter mode, and they don't touch. 4 minutes and 15 seconds on Volskaya Industries. I don't think it's going to be Droskaya today.
Yeah, that was a huge EMP coming in from Edax, absolutely getting rid of any type of sustain and defense on the side of Quieter mode. Definitely a incredible 4-man EMP, and the follow-up was just great from the rest of Insidious. I don't think Quieter mode really knew what to do in that situation. I mean, two CPs are definitely notorious for either you get steamrolled or you full hold them. There's really no in between too often. So we definitely saw the steamroll there on the back of Edax's EMP, and I'm excited to see what Insidious has to offer us on defense.
Yeah, it'll be curious to see what they do. They're actually going to roll out, it looks like, with a rush composition for defense. So curious to see how this is going to go up against this newfound success that Quieter mode has found with the ball hog composition.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely did a great job on the defense. They definitely were trickling down the time Insidious had, just kind of playing around them on this first point, pick for a little bit, and then yeah, that accidental fall from Strange Magic really just kind of sent the rest of Quieter mode into just a downfall there. And I'm very interested to see how Insidious plays this rush composition with a Torbjorn coming out from the Hokage there.
Yeah, I wonder if that's anticipating someone coming in the sky, such as a Crispy on that Echo. Crispy not going to have the pocket, though, from Mercy. Reeves swapping over to the Reinhardt. They took a look at what Insidious was running, and they've opted to kind of mirror. The Raphael staying on the Hog, though.
Yeah, I definitely respect that. You know, get a sense of what you're going to be running into before you completely run into it and waste any more time. And ultimate charge, so definitely good on Quieter mode for making all of these adjustments. And it looks like we're going to be breaking out into a fight into this little hallway here.
Yeah, this is going to be brutal right here. Immortality Field already down and out. Reeves is taken out by the turret from Hokage. And now Quieter mode is definitely on the retreat as they don't have any shields to protect them. They're just going to back up and try again.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the spot for where you might want to be taking those fights, especially with the Reinhardt giant rocket hammer just swinging in. You have that Roadhog throwing in damage, and that Echo, especially with that tri-shot and the sticky bombs in that small corridor, definitely a good place for it. But Insidious just seems to be doing more with this Diva coming in from Dream Psychotic, a lot of damage, and we're going to be moving on to the point here.
Yeah, nice little rotation there from Quieter mode. Amplification Matrix popped on point as well, and that's going to keep Insidious back too. So I really like these plays coming in. Nobody picked yet. Oh, Demon Breed does go down though. Here's a Molten Core to try and keep things going though for Insidious. Now there's just one member of Quieter mode on point, but the picks are coming in for them heavily. So despite these heroics from Hokage on that Torbjorn, this is going to go the way of Quieter mode. And they've got just about as much time as Insidious had going into second point.
Yeah, Insidious is going to need to be very careful here, especially with Quieter mode coming up online with so many different ultimates. The beat for the sustain, the Deadeye for the spacing and the zoning, and then that Earth Shatter, which can be super devastating. And they might have a whole hog coming online too, but Insidious seems to be ready and positioned. And here comes the Amplification Matrix already from Hobby.
Yeah, excellent play there to kind of buy a little bit more time off the clock, really zoning away all the members of Quieter mode. Edax on this high ground now, looking as if they want to try and get a sneaky Deadeye here. Oh, the Reinhardt drops from the sky via Crispy. King able to take out Reeves though. Void Report equalizes with a pick on the Javi though, and that's pretty big. Crispy able to take out Demon Breed and as well. Bolton Core again on the point to try and stall things out, but once again, this looks like it might be too little too late. Rafal, Strange Magic, able to pick apart the rest of Insidious. Oh, what a hook coming in as well. But Dream Psychotic is able to remech. The Immortality Field from Javi was there in the nick of time, and now Insidious has regained control of the point, and they are definitely going to be going into the next fight with a better time bank than quieter mode.
Yeah, I mean, Insidious had to swap to all of these stall characters and definitely looking more so like their ball type composition here. But, I mean, that's what you have to do, especially when you have such a dominating force of quieter mode on the point, which they did. They had quite a great push, to be completely honest. They were all there. It's just that the spawn advantage was so in favor of Insidious, and they swapped to all the right heroes, and we're already recontesting.
Yeah, and they've got the Shatter ready. Dream Psychotic and King getting knocked down to the ground by an Immortality Field up from I Like Cake Man. Once again, a Molten Core all over the point. Picks exchanged on either side, but they are going heavily now in favor of Insidious.
Yeah, Insidious is looking very much dominant. Definitely, now that they have completely gotten rid of the of the steamroll possibility, they definitely could calm down a little bit. Now going down to 2 minutes and 40 seconds on that time bank, so definitely looking a lot healthier than quieter mode in terms of that time bank. But going into this next fight, quieter mode is going to have a lot of issues, especially because we still have Insidious on all of these stall characters.
Whoa.
Javi almost getting picked off immediately on the hands of that Cake Man Discord, so, we have to be very careful with that.
Yeah, Pulse Bomb comes in, Edax isn't able to find anybody with it. Raphael able to take out the turret from Hokage. But they're not really pushing point yet. The fight is kind of happening in this neutral territory at the moment. Quieter mode just looking as if they're trying to organize and figure out how they want to make this push. Reeve eventually dives into point, but pays for it with his life from King. And once again, Dream Psychotic finding value with the Diva Bomb. Hokage also gets the headshot onto Strange Magic. Diva Bomb on point from Crispy, or right off it rather. Doesn't really catch anybody, and Insidious once again holding strong.
Yeah, definitely a really good hold. I mean, Insidious really positioned themselves well. They really just were completely around. And they are going to be staggering Crispy on the back of Edax's Tracer here. So definitely, but they are going to res them right back into this fight. But Insidious has quite the pool of ultimates to be using with the rally coming back online. 5 ultimates to be used in this next fight if needed. So I definitely think Insidious has this point defended, at least for this next fight.
Yeah, and there's not too many more fights that quieter mode has left. There's less than a minute left on the clock right now, so this could be it. If they don't win this fight early, if they go down early, they need to regroup fast. But Demon Breed coming in massive with the minefield. The Deadeye from Avoiding Report doesn't get anybody, but the follow-up does. So now this is anybody's game. One more pick, though, for the side of Insidious. So they still are holding on strong, and now there's 30 seconds left on the clock as quieter mode is pushed back. Oh, and this stagger onto McCree is going to be brutal.
Yeah, the issue with this point on Voskai is that it just takes so long to get back from spawn on the attacking side. I mean, even though picks were going 2 for 2 for a little while there, I mean, Insidious was just going to be able to get back faster, and quieter mode just couldn't get there. And we are going right into last fight territory. Someone needs to touch on the side of quieter mode, so hopefully they do that, and we are going right into this final fight.
Yeah, Reeves eventually is able to proc that overtime. Molten Core now spread along the point and other areas as well. Raphael taken out almost immediately by Edax. Pulse Bomb as well onto Avoiding Report. This is going the way of Insidious, and it looks like they are gonna be your winners tonight. They are gonna get to continue on in the tournament. That's gonna do it for you. Quieter mode, they put up a fight. They didn't go quietly into that sweet night. They gave it a shot. But it is Insidious who is going to go 3-1, the next step of the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely incredibly impressive display from Insidious here. Definitely getting that roll right through on Volskaya. Incredible hold, swapping to those characters to stall out that first point. But then also, they were all characters that we've seen them on previously in the tournament, in this series alone. So we knew they were comfortable on them. And so they were just able to use all of those stall characters to their advantage.
Yeah, they really were. It really looked like Insidious kind of found their footing too against quieter mode in that last point. They got shaken clearly by Hollywood, and I think they were even a little bit shook on that first attack. Where quieter mode was able to almost equal their time on attack as well. So it was really that moment on second point Volskaya, that second hold where I think you said they came into it with a little bit of an ult advantage, and once they had that, they just never let it go.
Yeah, they were definitely really able to cycle those ultimates well and making sure they didn't use everything that they possibly had. And they were also getting those ultimates back super quickly. They were getting incredible value from each of the heroes they were playing, doing some incredible damage, doing all the healing that they needed to make sure that they had the ultimates that they needed for the fights coming up.
Yeah, they did. They did an excellent job of that. And once again, kudos to them for coming back after that tough loss on Hollywood. We are going to throw it to a short break, see if we can't get somebody in here for a quick interview. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. We are back, everybody, and we are going to be having an interview with the off-tank extraordinaire Dream Psychotic from Insidious. So, congratulations, first off, Dream Psychotic. Excellent play today. And how does it feel knowing that you're going to continue in these playoffs?
It feels great. We've been working hard, practicing hard, scrimming 4 days a week. Making plays.
That's good. Yeah, and well, you were making plays here tonight as well. I saw a couple of excellent defense matrices on, I forget who it was. I think it was Avoid and Report on the McCree. A couple of Deadeyes that you stopped, I believe, on Hollywood, if I'm not mistaken. Celestial, do you have any questions for Dream Psychotic? Gonna turn it over to you real quick.
Yeah, going in further into this tournament, what is next? What do you think you guys have to work on going into the next parts of these playoffs?
One thing I think we have to work on, I think it showed tonight, the enemy team just kind of copied our comp and ran it a little bit better than us. We didn't really know what to do. So when we're making these comps, I think we kind of have to know how to exploit it too.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, you were definitely learning how to exploit it on Hollywood at points. I mean, you had some incredible diva bombs that were definitely switching the tide on that. So, good and kudos to you because you were definitely putting in the work where you needed to.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, now, what was it like after that loss and Hollywood in comms? Because I gotta tell you, in the casting booth, we were looking worried because it really looked like they had figured you guys out. And I wasn't sure you had an answer for it.
Yeah, it was a little bit, demoralizing because that's our comp and they just beat us with it. But that's just one loss. We can afford to lose another. We don't want to lose another. But our strategies are pretty strong on these last maps.
Yeah, you certainly came out a lot stronger there on the end. Of the Volskaya hold was tremendous. Really, really well done there. And before I finish with my last question, do you have anything else for Dream Psychotic Celestial?
No, I don't have any other questions for Dream Psychotic here.
Well, then in that case, Dream Psychotic, any shout outs that you want to give to teammates, coach, family, friends, dog, cat, bird? Deity.
Uh, now I'd like to shout out, this team. We're just doing really well. I was on a previous team. Javi kind of coerced me to play for this team. They need an off tank, and this team, I'm striving to get better, and this team pushes me to do so.
That's fantastic. It's we've been I've been watching this team grow for a couple of months now, and I remember when you first joined the team Dream Psychotic, I think you came in as a ringer for a game or to fill or something like that.
Yep, a
Do I have
ringer.
that right? Yeah, you came in as a ringer, and I even mentioned to Javi afterwards. I was like, Dream Psychotic looking really good, and I think he even made the comment, like, yeah, we're gonna try and snag him. So glad that you made it onto the team. You have certainly proved your worth and helped this team along immensely. So thank you for that. Congratulations again. We're going to close it out here. Great job tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, my name is Warren Juggle God Hammond, been joined on the mic by Celestial and MD in the production booth. Thank you all so much for tuning in. GG's and see you next time.